when did you fall in love with like women in hip hop?
Okay, everyone, welcome to another episode of Where My Girls At. Hey, y'all. The song you just heard is from Deja SB. It's called I Wonder. So how I discovered her was through how I discover a lot of people nowadays, Twitter and Clubhouse.
Okay.
She, so like a lot of people who I follow in the Toronto area, like they're always in chats with her and kind of like.
And she's from Toronto?
Yeah, she's from Toronto. So, as the U.S. ambassador, I had to go international for us. But yeah, she just has been hosting some chats and stuff. But they haven't been music related chats. They were just regular chats.
Yeah.
And
cool.
like people just enjoyed her. And I know she recently just had a billboard for Spotify. So a lot of people was retweeting that as well. So I'm like,
oh, dope.
Okay, let me see what her music sound like what she's doing. And I really like her. Like,
okay,
she has a couple projects out on Spotify. I'm sure they're probably on Apple as well.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the tracks that I really enjoyed. She has a really unique and different sound. So I'm excited to see what else she comes out with.
That's interesting because I'm gonna be honest, I did not like it.
Really?
I thought the beat was weird for me. I don't know what it was about it, but I just was not vibing with it. So that's interesting. I'm gonna listen to it again because I did only listen to it one time. So
I liked it. It reminded me of something you would hear on, I don't know if you guys are familiar with lo-fi hip hop.
oh, absolutely. One time I was with this guy and he actually wanted to have sex to like lo-fi hip hop music, and I have never dried up faster.
Excuse me?
Like with the girl riding in the back.
Yes, like he wanted to fuck me to some lo-fi hip hop study music, and I'm like, if this is like telling me what it's about to be like, I'm just gonna go home now, save myself some time. But it was giving me very much lo-fi vibes, and I don't know, maybe that's just not my jam, so I didn't really vibe with it, but it's cute.
She has other projects too, so you could check those out as well. You ain't got to connect with this one. This is just an introduction, you all. We're introducing you all to different girls and more girls because y'all need to listen to more.
And introducing me as well, because I had never heard of her. I'd never heard of her. Again, I'm very local. Like, I don't really know what's going on outside of the U.S. very much.
Same.
But that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. And that's what we're here for. So, again, hi, everybody. And by the time this episode comes out, guys, it's going to be Black History Month. It is Black History Month, guys.
It's U.S. Black History Month. Because I know the UK has it in October. I don't know if anyone else has their own, but U.S. Black History Month.
So it's U.S. Black History Month. Very colonial of me, imperialistic of me to like center us and say it's just History Month, but it's U.S. Black History Month, and I'm very excited about this particular Black History Month because all of the content that we're planning for this podcast, for my other podcast, and for really all the content that we're planning for Textured Heir for Black History Month is centered around joy. It's centered around Black joy.
As it should. It really should.
Yeah, but it was really important to me this time around for it to not be so we shall overcome, but more about like what brings us joy now, even if it's really simple. And so that is why
we might give y'all the Netflix celebrating Black History Month section with a whole slave movies.
What flavor is that? Chamomile? It's hyping. Okay, because they really do that. And I'm like,
Oh my God.
I actually don't need to ever see that movie again. Thanks very much. But so all of the content is geared toward Black joy. So make sure you go to the website and check out what we're writing. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and on Twitter and check out what what we're posting there. Make sure you listen to this podcast throughout Black History Month, and you listen to our other podcast, Does It Hold Up? Because all of those movies are centered around Black love stories, and it's really exciting. So guys, before we jump on into our topic,
it's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. So we're gonna start with the bad stuff, and then we're gonna get good, so that we can end this on like a joyous note for us.
I like it.
So,
which one we starting with? Bree, what should we start with? You tell us.
Okay. Should we tackle colorism first?
I was just about to say, let's just get it out of the way.
Wait, not everyone trying to avoid this conversation. We all tired. We're all tired.
So Danny Lee, singer, rapper? I don't know. None of her music is good. That's the point.
Wait, let me say, I did like Easy with Chris Brown. I don't know if I liked it because of her or because of Chris Brown. I will say I did like that song. I'll give her that one.
Background music.
It's very elevator background music. Like, I think even Sweetie is making better music than her.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yes, that is true.
So Danny Lee was on Instagram and she teased a song, and the lyrics were something along the lines of like, he like a yellow bone because she's a light skin. Or is she light skin or is she Black? I have no fucking clue.
Is she Dominican, I think?
She is Dominican. That is for sure. She is Dominican.
But is she Black?
I'm no Black, I'm Dominican.
And you already know. You know how they be. So if you're going to be Dominican, be Dominican. You can't be Black. But so she might be Black. However, she called herself a yellow bone, saying like, oh, she's like bigging herself. It was so stupid. And for a song that didn't even, from what I heard of it, didn't even sound good. So she kind of like sparked this whole controversy, because my thing is, how dare she be so comfortable saying something this stupid? And then she had the nerve to come back and say, I'm not colorist. I understand colorism is an issue. And this is why some people should just be seen and not heard. She's like, I understand colorism it's like a big issue, but like, how am I colorist? Like, I'm with this dark-skinned man. I have Black friends.
Child, isn't it so funny how people like talk about white people, but then when it's their turn to defend themselves, they end up sounding like white people when they're like trying to defend racism or like them not being racist? How does it not overlay to you? How?
Precisely. So she pretty much was like, and then some dumbasses, because it's going to happen, started saying, okay, well, why is this song not okay, but the song Brown Skin Girl is, considered like an anthem? And I'm like, to even compare this to Blue Ivy's pen, even compare this to Miss Blue Ivy Carter, Miss Beyonce, WizKid, and who else is on that song? St. John. How dare you? That song was not just about Black women, but she also had, East Asian women in the video. She created an anthem for women who have been, victims of what the exact kind of shit that Danny Lee is perpetuating. And so, of course, Cardi B got dragged into this because she always is. Her race has always been an issue, has always been like a, like
dragged into it. I didn't hear that part.
So apparently everyone was like, well, because I don't even know exactly how it happened. I just know
this is kind of how a lot of people ended up getting dragged in this. So, it's a lot of, so let's be real, the music industry, especially for women, all of them look alike. All of them are lighter tone, and like some are actually mixed, some, it's like that I do have a Black parent versus I have Black descendant.
I have a Black like descendant, like one of my grandparents was Black.
Yeah, or like, a long time ago Black was in me, but like now it's looking real vanilla.
And people don't understand how that's
what's like happening. So a lot of people just started attaching so many people to it. Cardi B is one to easily attach because, like I said, well, like Mariah said, her racial ethnicity has always been kind of to play, especially because like Cardi B uses the N word a lot, and like
Yeah, and so it's like, are you actually black
yeah, and
or
so she ended up posting like pictures of her
her
mom.
mom and her aunt?
Oh, that's why. That's why.
Yeah, so like I don't know, when it comes to these situations of like who gets to claim blackness and who doesn't, so I'll be real with y'all. I personally do believe the idea of either like biracial people or people like biracial with like who have like a black parent or something like that, or even those who think they black because like it's somewhere down the line in their life, in their lineage or whatever. I think it's actually harmful for a lot of them to claim blackness only because it
Absolutely.
causes a lot of erasure.
Not even just that, not even just erasure, but it's like you claim it when it's convenient. You know what I mean? And then you can switch back and forth, but some of us can't turn that shit off. We black all damn day and all night.
I also think a lot of their presence is the reason for blackfishing, but I do think that's another topic for another day.
And you know what? Absolutely it is, because there are some, I'm not gonna go there, but that's definitely a topic for another day. But there are some people that I'm definitely like, yeah, I need to see a family tree because I don't trust it. I need to see a fucking family tree because I don't trust it. And that's that on
But I'm
that.
here for black people trying to gatekeep now. Y'all go crazy, go stupid. I'm here.
You know what? I think this is one of the things we do need to gatekeep. Okay, we need to gatekeep. We need to get these motherfuckers up out of here. We should have started gatekeeping years ago. Cause these motherfuckers, like all like people like Danny Lee, they didn't got too fucking comfortable if they feel like they can just say shit like this.
I think it's going to be hard because a lot of men will allow them to have space,
See, but
especially in hip hop.
black men are the weakest fucking link, and they have always been and will always be. They will remember those fucking like texts that had come out like a couple months ago about Trey Songz when he was
yes,
where he like let some girl like call him a nigga, some white woman, or maybe
Selena Powell.
who? Oh yes, okay, that's her name. I did see that.
Mm.
Let this white woman call him a nigga because he wanted his ass ate. And it's like, bro, like you can get your ass ate and keep your dignity. But the fact that he actually leaked those text messages where she's literally calling him a nigga and then and that's how weak black men are sometimes. Like they constantly disappoint. So I was very upset about this whole thing, but like usual.
Do you all think that the intention, I personally like to think that it wasn't meant maliciously to be like, oh, like, you know, light skin is like the best skin type of deal. You know what I mean? Like, to play devil's advocate, right? You
Of
know,
course.
she's reflecting on her own experience as what she identifies as a yellow bone type of woman. Like, do you think that was like where she was coming from? Do you think it was meant to be malicious or like to be divisive in a way?
Absolutely not.
I'll say this. I don't think any of them ever think to be divisive. Here's the thing. If you claim you know what colorism is, you know how colorism work, your dumbass wouldn't do no shit like this.
I don't think she's exactly. That's my point. I don't think she's smart enough to be divisive. So
I don't know if y'all know that other theory of this song was supposed to be a diss to his baby mama. And if y'all know the history of them,
I don't know the history.
That's a whole nother timeline of
I don't know the history, but I do know that his baby mama is a dark-skinned woman.
She's beautiful. She's a bad bitch.
Of course. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I know she can fight too. Ain't nobody got to tell me that. I see a picture and I'm like, that bitch will fight, will cut you. Okay?
Definitely.
But the point is I don't think she did it to be divisive because I don't think she's smart enough to do something like that. However, I think colorism is something that is pervasive enough in our culture and in our society, and that we are trying so hard to like rid, especially the music industry of, that this is not the kind of thing that you should be perpetuating. Like you should be like, you should be, you know, adept enough to not do something like this. You should not be making music about yellow bones, perpetuating this very harmful, you know, kind of stereotype that is, you know, caused irreparable damage in the Black community. Like we should be above that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I agree. And I think that kind of leads into like our next topic of mulatto.
Oh, yes.
Wanting to change her name. So
no, it's
yes.
confirmed. She said it that she is going to change her name.
Did she say what she was changing it to? Because I didn't
No.
see that.
So
Okay.
here's this is what's pissing me off. Not more so on her end, on other people's end. She did not say what she was going to change her name to. Clearly, a lot of people are making the assumption that it's going to be Big Lotto, but she hasn't said what her name is going to be yet. So I think instead of like, so a lot of people have a conversation like, she's changing her name to Big Lotto, da da da. Like it hasn't been confirmed yet. So like people are like still jumping on her, and like we haven't seen or know what the results are going to be. So I feel like we just need to like fall back and wait to hear what her name change is going to be. Because in the interview, we'll post it for you all to see. She said that she wants to do kind of like a grand gesture for it, which is
okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
But she said that, and she said that she wasn't going to release any more music under the name Mulatto. So who
Okay.
knows how soon it's going to be.
So did she do this intentionally based off of like what happened with Danny Lay?
No.
You know what I mean?
Mm-mm. So this interview was already planned. So I think even if the Danny Lay thing didn't happen, that this was already going to happen. It was an interview. It wasn't like she just went on live and said it.
Okay. I don't know what I would want her to change it to.
That's what I'm thinking too. I don't know.
Besides Big Lotto, like what else would work for her? What is her real name? Does anyone know? Let me look it up.
Alyssa.
Yeah.
That is a white woman. Okay, I'm sick of it. Her name is what?
Shalissa.
Alyssa.
Her name is Alyssa. Is it with an I or with a Y?
It's an A, Alyssa. Oh, you mean like the Y? I think it's Y.
Okay, okay, never mind. Well, no, because white women name their kids that they have with black men like weird shit all the time, like Daquan or something like that. I don't know. She's giving me white woman more and more every fucking day, mulatto. Every fucking day, she's giving me white woman just more and more.
Her name is Alyssa Michelle Stevens. That is her government.
Oh my god! And of course, she's a Sagittarius. Wow,
that's your that's your queen.
Is it? Is it?
Interesting because it's like she was so adamant about keeping it for the longest, and I'm just wondering what the like 180 was.
Yeah, did she say?
According to the interview, she just said she was learning, like she was actually listening to critiques and stuff.
Okay, I feel that.
Growth is always good.
We love that. We love growth. Now, moving on to someone will never grow.
Why you just made me spit?
Who will never grow or show any growth. So, Tory Lanez.
Why are we still talking about this? Why haven't we gotten to a conclusion yet? Like, why are there so many intermissions to this?
I'm so upset that this is still going on, and that his people seem to be doing everything in their power to discredit Meghan and are failing at literally every turn. So Tory Lanez, there was a false rumor that got out that was unsubstantiated and immediately shot down by not only Tory's lawyers but Meghan's lawyers, that the case against him had been dropped. And then Meghan got on Twitter and she was very, very upset, and she's like, how dare you guys try and discount my pain? Because immediately after that article, that fake article was released, then people kind of just like started attacking her. Like, well, y'all look like some fucking clowns defending her. Y'all, are we going to apologize to Tory? Are we going to uncancel Tory? First of all, I can't name 3 Tory Lanez songs that I like. So the fact that niggas is now dick riding the shit out of him makes absolutely no sense. That's what's blowing me.
A lot of y'all wasn't big fans of him. Like, why are y'all big fans now?
I don't understand. I think it's really just like, let's just get on the side of this nigga because he's not on the side of this black woman, because we want to shit on this black woman. And people just will do anything. And it's like, she tweeted this, but I was thinking it too. She's like, how did I become like the biggest villain on the internet by getting shot?
Right, exactly. Like, I feel so bad for her. And she's like, y'all will literally believe anything that's put out on the internet. Like, not even do your research. Didn't you guys learn in school, you know, you need secondary articles to like make sure things are valid? Like,
even when Shermee texted the link to us, I went to it and I was like, I don't think this is. I was like, well, I don't think Megan dropped the case. At first, I was like, well, because the case was like, you know, what is it? The Los Angeles,
it's the Los Angeles PD case. It's not even her case to drop.
So I was like, I don't think this had anything to do with her. And then it came out that wasn't even the truth, that the court date just got moved. And you can't tell me that his people weren't behind leaking that shit.
You want to know what's so crazy?
Of course.
Okay, so wait, this is sad. So someone sent the link to me and I was kind of like, this is a blog. I don't believe it. So y'all know I had to go to the number one source, the Shade Room. And
not the Shade Room.
I'm embarrassed, okay? But they didn't have anything posted either. So I'm like, the Shade Room is basically Black TMZ. And if they didn't post nothing, I was kind of like, this is iffy. So then when it came out that it wasn't, I was like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes more sense. But did y'all know that? So after that stuff came out, he then posted on his Instagram a little like video snippet of the song with him and the baby. So like that just like further confirmed to me to the fact that like, yo, his people are really out here manipulating stuff or like putting stuff out here so he can catch traction, put some music out, or like put a snippet of some music out so it could like all streamline together.
Can you imagine having that little shame? Can you imagine your career being that fucking sad, you being that untalented that this is what you have to do? Honestly, I'm disgusted and I can't wait for this to come to a conclusion. I hope that nigga goes to jail forever.
I can't either. And what's sad is that like it's not like he's fully canceled. Like people listen to him. He doesn't need to keep harassing her publicly.
And I don't understand why people are still listening to him, but hey.
I don't either. I've also come to the conclusion that I don't think people necessarily care for him to be innocent. They just want Megan to be wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you know what? Let's move on. Now I think the rest of this, okay, that's a lie. Let's talk about the Throat Baby remix.
Okay. Do you guys really like the song, to be honest?
No!
Women be like, oh my God, I'm like, I actually really like this song.
No, I don't like this song at all.
I'm like, this is so gross. And then I watched the music video and
it was terrible.
Right down that mouth of like kids. And I was just like, this was poor placement. And the song is just, it's not a hit to me. I don't know. What did you guys think?
I didn't like it.
I don't like the song. So to be honest, I don't understand what's all the criticism for the City Girls verse on it. It's not like this was that great of a song and the City Girls just came in and ruined it. If y'all want to talk about the City Girls messing up the remix, we could talk about Do It remix. But that's
we don't have to talk about the Do It remix, which I only listened to once. To this day. To this day, I've only heard it one time.
Gee, that verse was so childish on there, but they matched the song. Like,
true.
It's like one of those, you know, I'm not gonna say like fun. No, it's like a fun, playful, whatever song. So it's not like they went and just really fucked up the whole song. Like,
no, they did what they do best, you know? Like they gave as much as they could give, but the song was bad and the video made it worse.
It was so bad. And I just like, every time I looked at it, I was just like, I wish this was over. But I'm glad that, you know, JT made her little, you know, melody appearance.
I said, come on, Jatavia, the voice, Houston.
It came out just in time, too, because everybody was talking about them JT and Usher verses. Now we got a real Black JT that could sing against Usher. Come on.
Come on, JT Carey. Come on, Jatavia Braxton. She's giving us vocals, okay? But so that's that. Super wasn't a fan of it, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not always gonna be a fan of what the City Girls do. So let's move on to some good news.
Let's get to the good stuff.
And let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion's debut album, Good News, now being certified gold in just what has it been? 2 months since it got released?
Mm-hmm. It was released in November.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of her.
Put some air horns.
This is
champagne pop.
Champagne pop, because this is exactly what she deserves. This is exactly, and I think Body is platinum now. I think Crybaby is well on its way to being platinum, and she's just raking in the plaques, raking in the accolades, the success. She's got invited to the Clive Davis pre-Grammy party, and you know that's like a big deal.
She a big deal, honey.
And I could not be more proud of her.
Bree, how do you feel as a Texan? Is that what y'all call yourselves?
I don't.
Texan, yes, that's what we call ourselves. No, I'm proud. Like you said, I think she's just getting what she deserves right now. She's been putting in the work, the time in. So like, I'm happy to see that all of it's paying off and getting the recognition that she deserves. Yeah, I mean, we've had our discussions about Good News and its totality as an album, but like, I think nonetheless, I'm happy that she's getting the accolades she deserves.
Absolutely. No, so super excited about that. So let's just move right on to talking about Doja Cat, like, is kind of pulling a Lizzo right now, y'all. Like,
I love it because this is the best song on the album, if you ask me.
The Streets.
Do you guys think it's gonna go number one?
I mean, with this
I think
silhouette challenge, it might.
Exactly. Also, Shermee, I'm gonna say you told everybody who listened to this that by the time the last episode dropped, you were gonna do your bustle challenge.
Let me explain. Y'all, I recorded the first half, but I cannot get myself to record the second half. I cannot.
Come on.
You have to do the silhouette challenge now.
Oh, nuh-uh. Yeah. They said that you shouldn't do the silhouette challenge because y'all are weirdo. Not y'all, but men are weirdos and are trying and have ways to take off the red so that they could see you naked, like if you do it naked. So
come on.
Men literally can't have fun because of men.
Ew, well, they ruin every fucking thing.
So maybe I'll do the second half. Because I did just pluck this wig, so.
Maybe. I think you should do it because I think you owe it to the people.
I do. Give me 2 weeks, sorry.
Give it There's going to be another challenge by then.
Okay, then maybe I'll hop on that one. I don't know.
We have to start the next challenge. What is it going to be?
We should start a challenge, y'all.
What would it even be?
I need a new song out.
Yeah, I was like, I need a new song. I feel like then we can do something.
They've been doing, they haven't been doing like a best friend challenge, but these girls that I watch on YouTube, they had a cute little best friend video. It was cute. I'm gonna send it to y'all.
Okay, love it. Okay, so y'all, there's been some rumors about a possible Cardi B collab on Beyonce's upcoming album, and also some rumors that like Nicki Minaj is preparing to release her lead single for her next album.
Actually, you know what I'm most excited for, which is kind of a shocker for myself? I'm excited to see what Nicki comes with.
Me too.
I was like, she could keep that kind of.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, I don't really care about this Cardi B and Beyonce collab because I don't know what it's going to sound like. I
mean, we'll see when we get it, but for some reason...
If.
Yeah, I'm going to say,
this is a rumor.
This is allegedly, y'all. Sorry, let me throw that in there. But I don't know, for some reason, I don't know why my spirits are telling me that it's going to be a good year for Nicki Minaj.
I know. I'm thinking the same thing too. I really am thinking the same thing. Like I feel it in my spirit, in my bones. I feel like all the rap girls are about to have a good year. I'm really hoping that, like, you know, I think Doja Cat's definitely gonna have a good year. I think Megan's gonna have a good year. I think Mulatto's gonna have a good year. And someone I really want to have a good year, and it's like transitioning into like our next topic, is like Rico Nasty. I watched this little YouTube documentary that she did with Uproxx Music. So everybody, if you have not seen this little documentary that Rico Nasty did,
cute. I really do want her to succeed. I feel like she has a lane on her own.
I watched it and I was like so obsessed with it. I just love Rico Nasty and I love how out there she is. But there was this one part that she said in the video where she said that as a kid she was obsessed with Paramore, and now all I want, and I'm going to start this campaign, I just want Rico Nasty and Hayley Williams to collab.
I can see
that would be dangerous.
I can see where she would have gotten that inspiration from.
What do you think it would sound like if Paramore and Rico Nasty collabed?
Smack a Bitch Part 30, like
honestly, I'm not mad at it. I'll take Smack a Bitch Part 30.
That is so dangerous. That is dangerous, but I'm here for the danger. I'm here.
I want it so badly. So these other things, like, okay, so there's a Salt and Pepper, did you watch that Salt and Pepper movie on Lifetime?
Yes, I did, child.
I did not. Who's playing them?
Yeah, who are these people? Because they don't look like it.
So in the earlier stage of them, it's their daughters playing them. But the rest of the movie, I can't tell you who that was.
What about the movie? What about it? How was it?
It was Lifetime, so...
Okay, but they did do that one really good one.
TLC.
About TLC.
With Keke Palmer?
No, I thought that was VH1.
Oh, was it?
Was it?
See, I don't fucking know.
Or maybe I watched it on VH1. I think that was VH1, though, for some odd reason. I could be wrong, though.
It might be. It might have been VH1.
I'm going to say, if y'all know anything about Lifetime and documentaries, I'm happy that the girls are that they got this documentary, this movie, because I do feel like, I don't know, for some reason when I think about hip hop documentaries that they don't bring up Salt and Pepper, but Salt and Pepper has a lot of hip hop accolades that just cross over all the time. Like they were number one rap group, their song Push It, but they have a lot of accolades, and like, I don't know, for some reason, well, just because women get left out of hip hop a lot when it comes to the history of hip hop, they don't talk about them a lot. So I am happy that they do have something out there that celebrates them. What I'm not a fan of is the idea that Salt and Pepper, the idea of them being a duo when they very much are a trio. Spinnerella, she is very much a part of the group as Salt and Pepper.
Who? Absolutely. Spinnerella is the DJ.
The DJ.
Ah, okay.
So she had no say or executive production in this documentary. And I thought that was kind of sad because DJs do get left out a lot. And then women DJs, of course, they get left out more. Like you don't really hear from them. You don't see them around as much. So yeah. This was a good opportunity to like show how all three of them work together. Like she does have some verses on some of their songs and stuff. Like she also released some music. So I'm like, yeah, I wish they would have had some more of her in it and like just kind of like her role and the part that she played, because she is very much them as well. Like she is needed. So that was kind of sad, but overall, it was interesting. I think another thing that I don't like about these documentaries about women in music in general, a lot of them, I don't know if it's necessarily their fault. It's not necessarily male-centered, but like it doesn't really show their success. It shows the
work of like men to make them successful.
There we go. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is kind of like, I don't really care about these dudes. Like, yeah, I get a lot of them get their start, especially in like the 80s and the 90s and stuff like that, through men, labels, and those are all ran by men and stuff. I don't know. I guess I kind of want to see something different. I'm hoping like the rap girls now like can disassociate themselves from males a little bit better than what the girls in the past could.
I was about to say, did they have like in the movie, or like I guess in history, did they have like a point where like similar to TLC, they got like screwed by their label, like they weren't like making any money type stuff?
Oh yeah, of course. That's
always.
But for those of you who didn't know, Herbie Love was their, I guess, like manager, whatever you want to call it. Like he discovered them, and he was like booking a lot of their sessions, you know, getting everything going for them, helping them write the hooks and stuff like that. So, I mean, he was very much a big part of their success in their career, but I personally would have liked to see more of how they worked together. What did they do together? Because it kind of, as the movie went on and like they started to learn things, they were starting to like make songs on their own. And, you know, as you learn, you start doing things on your own. So I would have liked to see more of their on their own. A good chunk of the hits came during their time with him. So that's why that's in it. But I'm a girl's girl. I want to see the girls win. on their own or with other girls, it's really fuck these niggas over here on my end. So I don't really care that much about their
Absolutely.
role.
Absolutely.
Right, right.
And speaking of, you know, wanting to see the girls win and girls, today our topic, you know, our main topic is just about like celebrating Black female rappers. And I thought this was like a really appropriate way to start Black History Month. So I kind of want to open with like just asking you guys a question about when in your life did you kind of, you know, fall in love with like women in hip hop? When did it happen for you?
Brie, you go first.
Okay. I
You
was
put her
thinking,
on the spot.
dang, no, no. The first one that came to mind was Missy Elliott. I think seeing her, like, I think I mentioned this in the beginning of
Oh
our
my
first season.
god, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, like seeing her on like
Yes.
106 in Park and like the creativity behind like her music videos. She could dance, she could write, she could produce, she can direct, all of that. So I was gonna say definitely like Missy Elliott, Work It music video is probably when I fell in love with female rappers.
So for me, I've listened to them one off like the rest of you. Missy was like my queen. I loved her to the death of me. I wasn't a huge Nicki Minaj fan. However, like you kind of know a lot of her songs just because like it's always on the radio. Although Itty Bitty Piggy, I was a big stan in the Monster verse. Big
Oh, of
stan for
course.
those.
Of course.
Right,
Without a doubt.
history.
Exactly. But like I would say truly falling in love and like truly caring for their success in hip hop and wanting to see them win and constantly keeping up with them. That didn't happen until like 2017, 2018 because I said this on the first episode. I was tired of hip hop. The songs were just like not connecting with me. I didn't really care for like a lot of the massage noir that was being perpetrated in it. But yeah, I was over it. And then like I was trying out different genres. And at that moment, that's when like the YouTube girls were coming out. So Rico Nasty, Cash Doll, Bolly Baby, all of them, they're doing their thing. So I was kind of dipping back in. And then when after the explosion with Cardi B, I was like, oh shit, I don't have to settle for these niggas in hip hop. There's like a bunch of women and like I just really had to like reprogram myself and like understand like how misogyny, how like anti-black women a lot of hip hop has been and like infiltrated my head when it came to seeing them. So like this is when I've really just started to like expand and like truly understand why some of the thoughts that I had in the past were like very problematic towards women in hip hop and stuff like that. So recent is my answer in the short form.
Yeah, no, totally. I totally get that. For me, it definitely had to be Missy Elliott. Not only to see someone be so just out there and creative, but also like as a, you know, a fat woman, seeing another one be so well respected, so like who didn't like shrink herself or her size or any of that. Like she had skin that looked like mine and hair that looked short hair that looked like mine. And I think for me that was it was a really big deal to have Missy Elliott, you know, just hanging with anybody. Missy Elliott can hang with them on a track, in the booth, like it doesn't matter.
Can they hang with her?
Yeah, exactly. Can they hang with Missy is the question. And so I think for me, that was kind of my moment to be like, wow, like the things that Black women can do are just so infinite, you know? And so that was a really big deal for me as a kid, but I feel like it also kind of really took off for me back like, you know, maybe 2015, 2016, 2017, like that year, that time when all these girls, like you said, like Rico Nasty, Cash
Hmm.
Doll, Meg, like everybody's like kind of coming out at this time, and you're like, wow, you just kind of get exposed to so many different kinds of rap, so many different kinds of women, and so many different ways of expressing their Black womanhood. And it was just so empowering for me to see. And that's kind of when I really started to like dig a lot deeper into like the history of it and the history of how just deeply ingrained, you know, Black women have been in this art form, in this culture
Exactly.
from the very beginning. And so it's always been very special to me because of that.
One thing I will say, I really appreciate this explosion, not just because it's given us so many different rap girls to listen to, but it has really put me in a space where I could appreciate Missy Elliott, Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, Salt and Pepper, Roxanne Shante equally and honestly just as much as I do for Jay-Z, Lil Wayne. You know,
Yeah.
you like I said, like when you get into hip hop or like hip hop documentaries or someone wants to test you on your hip hop knowledge and stuff like that, you know there's a couple names that you can bring up. You bring up Jay-Z, you bring up Lil Wayne, and people are either gonna challenge you with it or they're not to like further see if like you with the shits or not. And I think a lot of times, I guess like trying to show that you're like really into hip hop, you like stick to those like that not that era, but that.
Just that like group, yeah, of like excellent, you
But
know?
yeah, exactly. So now I'm like understanding and realizing that like, yo, these women have not only put in so much work, but they have like they have like cultivated all of this for men and women. Like the work that these women have done is it can't be matched, it can't be touched. So now when I get in these situations or stuff like that, I feel more confident in my answer not to necessarily go with the grain, but like challenging people on what they actually know about hip hop. Like you're not that big of a hip hop fan if you can't tell me something about Queen Latifah or Roxanne Shante, if you can't
True.
put them out
Mhm.
there the same way you do these other guys.
Absolutely. Yeah. That I think we just need to start giving them their flowers, you know? Who knows how long they're going to be here? And I think they need to, you know, feel that love from this like from the hip hop community, the way we give the love to like every single man who's been trailblazing, but they were there too, you know? They were right there alongside them trailblazing and they deserve to be recognized for it. Speaking of female rappers, I said earlier that we should come and talk about our favorites, some of our faves, like our fave songs, our fave rappers, our fave female rap collabs, and just like things like that. So, guys, tell me at this very moment in time, January 30th at 5:19, who are your top 5 female rappers?
I debate this in my head every day. Like
Same.
literally every day I have this
Oh,
debate.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Cause it be so hard and I be switching up and I be like, oh my God. Okay. So right now my top faves are Dreezy. I love her to death me.
Oh my god, Dreezy. Yes, I absolutely I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Dreezy. Like I just think one, she's so
She
beautiful.
is so
She's
gorgeous. So gorgeous.
so like unbelievably talented. And I just think like she just hasn't found it yet. I don't think she's like found like her niche, you know, her way in, because I feel like she's still like very much outside the club. You know what I mean? Which sucks.
Right. Cause I need her inside the club because she be coming with some heat. Like
Yes, absolutely.
I need it to stick for her. Like I truly need this to stick because she is all that ish that these men be asking for in a rap girl. She gives it times 10, like straight up.
Yeah, yeah, it's sad when you see someone who's like checks all the boxes and
It
still just can't.
it don't work, but I need it to work for her. I do. So Dreezy, Sulan, they are a rap duo out of Oakland. Y'all should get hip to them. I've been kind of putting people onto them slowly but surely. My third would be Young Baby Tate. I don't know why I'm obsessed with her, but I
Oh,
am.
okay. I love
Okay.
young baby Tay. She's so fun.
She's very. I think that's why I like her. She's super fun. Yeah. She has it. Flo Millie, y'all know I'm a Flo militant. Duh. And then my last would go to Ken the Man. I stand for her too.
Yeah, I know you are like a Kin the Man stan. Like you really are team Kin the Man. And you know what? I get it though. I think she's talented. I like some of the songs. I was listening to Kin the Man like for the hose. Like I was listening to that and like I was really vibing with that shit. Like I like it.
She got it. Okay, who's next?
I can go next. So you already know Meg the Stallion. always going to be up
Of
there.
course.
Of
Of
course,
course.
Texan, of course.
You know, I want to specify the eras of which I really appreciate her. Tina Snow to Fever. Those areas particularly are
Golden
like my sweet
days.
spot. Are the golden days for Meg for sure.
What are your favorites on those tapes?
Oh yeah, so for Tina Snow, it's definitely Big Ol' Freak. That is a timeless classic. I think that
It
one will
is. I
stand
think
time.
that one should get more credit because that one is
It will be played
amazing.
at weddings, birthday parties, you name it, graduations. But yeah, no, definitely Big Ol' Freak and Neva from Tina Snow. And then for Fever, I would say definitely Money Good and
I
Sex
could listen
Talk.
to that song. I wasn't super into Sex Talk, but Money Good, I can listen to that 12 times in a row. And
Oh yeah.
it won't get old.
Sex
And
Talk
it'll
is my
still.
fave. I don't know why, but for some reason, oh, that song hits to me. I can't explain.
And the
For
way the
me,
song was made was so cool because it's like, okay, she was performing, right? And she had a DJ, I think it was in Houston, and he didn't have one of her beats, I think. And so he just like made this beat off of the fly. And so she like rapped to it, and then that's what became like Sex Talk. So it has like a cool origin story
Well,
too.
let's see. This is the type of stuff I like. I like that. Y'all keep bringing that stuff.
Yeah. So those would be my faves from those albums. Also, who I would put up there right now is definitely Young M.A. I love Young M.A. I don't think she gets enough credit.
really, I don't even be like, honestly,
That's
I
my
don't really
favorite Studsman.
hear.
I love her.
Not Studsman. Oh, Young M.A is fine though. Like
She is fine.
if I swung that way, I might. I totally
Look,
would be
I'll be
into
in the
it.
crowd with the rest of them girls acting like fake lesbians, okay? Because
And
that's
you
all
know
who be at her
what?
concerts is fake lesbians.
For a Birkin, I will.
Right. No, I love Young M.A. I wish that she would put out more projects, but you know, I'm the freestyle queen, so I love listening to her freestyles and like she definitely stays like relevant with like new beats and stuff like that.
Her freestyles are crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Every time she drops a freestyle, I'm like, she the one? She the one.
No, yeah. My favorite ones from her are definitely Who Run It and then No Bap. Those are my two favorite. Actually, that's gonna be my suggestion for this week. No Bap is my weekly suggestion for this episode. But yeah, definitely would put Young M.A. up there. Another person who I definitely like, who I think needs more recognition and definitely needs to drop more projects, Chica. I think Chica has a lot of talent. I see her, you know, I don't know if you guys follow her on Twitter, but like she like puts out like, you know, little voice memos of like her rapping.
Yeah,
And I'm
I be
like,
Mhm.
seeing
so
that.
where's the whole project? Where's the song? Like, where's the whole song? Like, I need more. So definitely would put her up there as some of my top female rappers. And then also Flo Milli, Tierra Whack, those would definitely make the list as well.
Oh, okay. I love
Yes,
that.
Tierra, yes.
Tiara, I definitely like. I'm like very obsessed with her. Just knowing how good of a rapper she is. Like Tiara just gets like she knows she's that bitch. Do you remember like when they were showing like the auditions for the freshman XXL and she just was in her entire audition, she didn't rap once. She was just eating some damn potato chips because she knew she was going to make the list. She just knew.
Why wouldn't they put her on there? Like, she's more talented than
Eggs.
everybody in this room. So, next
Like more
question.
talent. Yeah. So I was like, and I was dying to see like her freestyle when she did it. I love her cockiness. I love that she's from Philly because she gives me like Philly vibes like to a fucking T.
Philly loves her too.
Yeah, as they should.
I have a friend from there, and they love her. I love that the city loves her.
Yeah, and I just love the way she dresses. I love that she's just her, you know, and then she's like been all these brand deals she's had
Right.
in fucking 2020.
Album
Like,
out.
yeah, come on, because listen, you still gotta eat. She can't go perform, so she gotta eat. See, this is what them other bitches need to be doing. They need to get on what Tierra's
We need
on.
to have a whole
Okay,
other conversation about these COVID concerts.
I'm sick of them. Why are you at a fucking club in Houston for Bow Wow? Really? Bow Wow of all people? Of
I'm not
all
gonna lie, I
people.
am a little Bow Wow stan, but I would not go in there.
Not a little Bow Wow
I can
stan.
literally, what is it? What's that song?
Like
No,
you?
no, I'm talking about way back. Bounce with me.
My name is.
And my name is. I can
With
do those
Escape.
whole thing. I could like
With
yes,
Escape.
all of them. That whole Beware of the Dog, the Dog Pound. That's all me. Those were my first CDs, honestly. However, I would not be in a club for him during Corona.
I would not be in a club for him ever, but especially not now. Like, not especially not fucking
the Scream tour, because I know those songs would be played. Now, if he playing like more recent songs, it's a dub for me. I'm good.
I don't think he even released music like since
Probably.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, I guess it's my turn. Okay, so for me at this very moment, I'm a girl who likes her classics.
You definitely are a historian. That's what your role has been.
For sure.
I like to fall down rabbit holes, and I love my classics. So mine at this very moment today, and again, this changes all the time because I'm me. I'm gonna go Foxy Brown. I Will Stand Forever. I just love her ruggedness. Of course.
I see a lot of Foxy Brown in you, though.
I love her just like, yeah. I feel it. I feel her energy. I really do. She has good vibes. I hope she releases music again soon. I hope she just starts to get the kind of respect that I think someone as trailblazing as she has been is owed, because I think when we talk about we have these conversations about people like Lil Kim and people like Missy and people like, like Salt and Pepper, we leave Foxy Brown out of that a lot of times.
That's why you here, to make sure she gets that.
Yeah. So I think she just deserves all her flowers. I think her first 2 albums were like back to back, like fucking smash hits, and I love it. So I am gonna put Nicki Minaj on my list. At the moment,
Shout out to Barb.
You know what? I won't say yes, but I also won't say no.
I can respect that.
I just know the talent that she has in her. Like, she has more talent, like she said, in my motherfucking left thumb than most of these girls have their entire lives and careers. And that's just a fact.
So if you were going to choose an era of Nicki, like, are you talking about Nicki totally or Nicki like during a certain period?
I think I'm talking about her as a package, because I think she's evolved, and I think like if I can't just say highlight, like, oh, mixtape era Nicki, because then I feel like that's excluding a lot of what I love about her features and a lot of how she really leveled up after that, and how she got more intricate with her bars, and how she got more experience, and how she got more cocky, and how she kind of just really took over. So if I had to say an era, I am going to choose mixtape Nicki, but I think I'm just going for overall, because like it's just so hard to decide like what era is your favorite era of Nicki Minaj,
The fact that she has eras.
Exactly. And not a lot of female rappers can say that, Not a lot of female rappers have enough longevity to say that. So that's why she's on my list. And this is in no particular order. I'm not doing them like most to least or best to worst. Like it's just a list. So number 3 is Lil Kim, because you can't not. I mean, the originator, like the blueprint, the reason for the season, the reason for all this shit, Kimberly Denise Jones, is it will always be it. You can never take away from her what she built. The foundation that all these girls walk on is from her, So
I can't lie with you.
You really can't. You can't. You just can't. You can't talk about it without talking about her. So number 4, obviously Missy Elliott, because of reasons we all already said. Like, Missy is another one who I think like everybody in the music industry, I feel like everybody in the music industry is like, oh yeah, like you ain't know, like Missy is that girl, and they respect her and like they give her the respect and love that she deserves. But outside of that, I'm like, why aren't people more like, why is Missy not in the Songwriters Hall of Fame? Why is Missy not in? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Wasn't she like put in something recently?
She got the Video Vanguard Award finally.
First of all, that should have went to her a long time ago. They gave it to J-Lo
time ago. a long time ago. J-Lo, and don't even get me started on her. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck J-Lo has been doing.
Yo, did you see that video recently about like how this Black woman was singing behind the vocals of Get Right?
On the Terrell show, of course. What's new?
Yeah. Yeah, Bro. Of course she was. Of course she was. It's never her singing. It's never her singing. It's always someone else.
As Scotty Beam said on this episode of The Grapevine, I'm sorry, we taking a detour. A light-skinned woman or a non-Black woman can just raise their hand and be like, hey, I want to be a rapper. I want to be a singer. And everybody will jump on. And that is J-Lo's life.
In a nutshell,
all these light-skinned girls, they all got a dark-skinned Black woman writing for them, doing the vocals for them.
Yep.
But I digress. Go back to your list. Sorry.
Which is exactly why the Danny Lee thing can be excused.
Period.
And so finally, I had to put on this list.
Is it Miss Katz? Doja Cat.
No, it's not. Did you think it was? It's Trina.
Oh, yes, yes.
We have to see. Trina is another one. Just doesn't get the respect and the love and the admiration that she deserves. But this is the original.
Side note: Missy Elliott is in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. It was 2018.
Oh, is she?
June 13, 2018.
Okay, see, I
knew she got put in something, but I know what it was. But yes, it was that.
Oh.
She's the first never mind to receive this honor.
And you know what? Deservedly.
But back to Trina.
But back to the original baddest bitch, Dade County, Miami reppin'. I feel like we don't get a lot of down south representation from female rappers. A lot of it is like very coastal. A lot of them are from New York, different boroughs, yes, but we don't get a lot of down south representation, especially down south like Miami. Like Trina is just fine as fuck, and she knows she's fine as fuck. She knows she's the baddest bitch. She knows niggas will fall over themselves to do whatever she wants. Like it's amazing to me how she's been so consistently good on all of her shit, all of her projects. She's just so consistently good, and I just don't think she's getting the respect that she deserves. So those are my top 5.
I think it's interesting how you said that we don't get a lot of down south girls, because those are the ones who's actually going crazy right now. Isn't that interesting?
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We got Alabama and Texas going crazy, but Alabama, so really,
like
Alabama,
Texas, Atlanta. Like Atlanta is a hot place right now, so yeah, they're definitely getting what they deserve right now.
Thank you, Trina.
Yes, thank you, Trina. Thank you, Trina, for like what you've done. You've allowed these girls to have a space. You've allowed the South a voice again in hip hop that isn't just male, that isn't just trap music. And I think she deserves that. She deserves the respect. She deserves whatever for that. She deserves it. So now we're moving on to, at the moment, we're gonna talk about our top 5 favorite female rap songs. Now, this is different from female rap collabs. This is just rap songs right now that we are like absolutely loving by female rappers. Like, and are just like in history throughout all of history. Like, what are our, at the moment, top 5? Oh, do you want to go first, Bree?
No, yeah, I was just clarifying because I was like, okay, are we just doing right now or all
time?
No,
just of all time. So you know what? Who went first last time? Was it you?
I think I did.
It was Shermee. So yeah,
okay.
Mariah went.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so speaking of Trina, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about BR Right. But it's Trina and Ludacris. And the song basically goes, I want my ass smack, legs wide, front, back, side to side, pussy wet, slip and slide. Yep, everything gonna be all right. And it's just some classic Trina. Like she's calling herself the Diamond Princess, which is a nickname that my family once gave to me. I don't know why. I don't like it.
Circle.
But but I love it so much. Like she's like, I love this song so much just because like the way she's talking her shit. Like if you look up the fucking lyrics, like she's saying shit like, you want a bitch with no type of flaws, my girls be shopping hard, these hoes be buying cars, in the clubs, all types of bars, nipples hard at the sign of bra. Like I just love this song so much. So BR Right by Trina featuring Ludacris. And then I have to talk about Il Nana.
Period.
Because I think this might have been the first Foxy Brown song I ever heard. However, my favorite part of it is when she says, you know, Nas ruled the world, but now it's our year. She's like, I just love how she's like, you know, I can do bad by my damn self. Like I'm obsessed with like the cockiness in this song. Like, and it's like, who got the illest pussy on the planet? The ill Nana.
These girls be talking some mess, honey.
I mean, just talking straight shit. Who got the illest pussy on the planet? The ill Nana, Foxy Brown, that too. So then another one, I have to talk about Barbie Dreams. Because my thoughts about Barbie Dreams by Miss Nicki Minaj, interpolating one Biggie Smalls, is that this should have been the lead single from Queen. If she had run with this, if she had run with Barbie Dreams instead of fucking Chun-Li, I think the whole thing would have gone differently. I really do. I think all of 2018 would have been different for Nicki Minaj if this had been the lead single. I don't know why it wasn't. I don't know why the video was what it was. I think the video should have been different, but this song is just pure amazing. Shit talking. Big shit talking for so long, and I love that. I love that. I love that. The next one is Get Your Freak On.
Like, a classic.
Do I even need to say? Do I even need to say? What do I even need to say? It's Get Your Freak On. It's Missy Elliott. What do you mean? Like, she just served. And my last one is The Jump Off by Lil'
that's
Kim.
my favorite Lil' Kim song. I ain't even gonna hold you.
My favorite line is when she goes, Black Barbie dressed in Bulgari, because it's like, literally, this woman is the blueprint. She's the blueprint. Literally. There's no one else. It's just Lil' Kim. Okay. Someone else go.
I'm gonna go. Ooh, so y'all, this one, it was hard for me. But like I said, as of January 30th, these are our songs. Okay, bear with me on these. So I haven't really said this on here, but I am obsessed with New Orleans. I'm obsessed with like the bounce sound. I'm obsessed. So my first two.
Oh my God, I love bounce. I love it so much because I'm obsessed with Manny Fresh.
My niece don't like it too much, but I like it.
And if we're being honest, like the bounce sound has really carried all of hip hop. If you think about like samples, especially like now,
I think especially like the resurgence and the revival that hip hop had in the early 2000s because of people like, you know, Master P and people like, you know, Birdman and Cash Money and Lil Wayne. Like that's bounce. That's Manny Fresh. It's been a really big part. The South has been a really huge part in hip hop, you know, being revitalized and becoming what it is today. So yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. So my first song is going to be Magnolia Shawty. You're the One, of course, the...
Yes! Yes, Magnolia Shawty!
You know, R.I.P. the Queen. Why they do you like that? I hate it here. But You're the One, the New Orleans bounce mix is perfect, as well as her Monkey Part 2. Woo! Those two songs are like, I don't know why I love them so much. Like, they just really do something to me. They just really get me hyped. So those are the first two. And then my next New Orleans artist is, if you all listen to Ride or Die by
yes, of course,
Megan. Who I don't know why I blanked.
Of course.
But Vicky Lowe is on there, and Vicky Lowe has a song called Hood Bitch Anthem. When I tell you my girl's just talking her shit, like just for a whole verse, like it... I don't know why that song is so good to me. Like, it is so good. I really need y'all to just go listen to it. It's the accent, it's the beat, it's everything she's saying. Like, oh my God. I love the repetitiveness of you got to ride that dick. Like, she just keeps saying that. It's good. I just love it. She has some more good lines on there. For some reason, I can't think of them right now, but that's my shit. All right. So for my Chicagoans, if you were in high school, around that 2014-ish area, Queen Key, Baked as a Pie.
Baked as a pie. Queen Key, bitch. Queen shit, bitch.
That is my song.
I love that shit. I love that fucking song.
Well, honestly, my favorite video of hers is that Chances in the background. Like, it looked like he was like, I'm trying to support a fellow Chicagoan, and he's like, but I don't really know why I'm here. And he's just in the back, just like cooling. Like, that's my favorite video of hers.
Baked as a pie. Baked as a pie. Baked as a pie. I love that song.
Sis said, I know his ass can't read. Something about put his tongue in my pussy all night. Whatever she said, that shit was funny as hell. That is the best song. Honestly, if you went to college the next year or the next 2 years after that, like that was her song that she was performing to at all the state schools, and you cannot find a video where the crowd isn't singing the song to her. Like, she's not even doing
the crowd used to be so hype. The crowd used to be hype.
Like, it's their song. It's not her song. It's their song.
Yeah.
So
no, absolutely.
That.
Yo, I forgot about that song.
I love me something.
Now I'm finna go back and listen to that. I'm also gonna go back and listen to My Way. My Way.
I left my piece in the oven. That bitch burnt as fuck.
Queen shit, bitch.
you can't beat it, honestly. Another one, I love the City Girls version of Take Your Man. It was the first song I heard from them, and at that point I was like, oh, they're not to be messed with. Like, these girls are coming for the throat. I remember just like learning about them on the internet and being like, who is this? Like, what the fuck is a City Girl? And this was my first introduction to them. Like, this is the first thing I get when I put their name in on YouTube. And I was just obsessed from that point on. And then my last song, which is a song that I feel deserves more justice. It needs to be talked about more. It needs more recognition. Bacon Head by Cardi B. They did not run that song up the way that they should have.
Oh my God. Absolutely should have.
That song?
She said, expensive weave, bitch, my tracks is worth some racks.
Sorry. Pop that pussy at church. Pop that pussy.
Okay.
She had us popping our pussy everywhere. How can you not love that song?
Okay. Make this pussy slip and slide like you from the 305.
How could y'all not do that song?
Period.
How could y'all not do that song justice? How? I don't get it. I'm on the team Justice for Bacon Head, and we gonna get that trending because it needs some more justice. Research that one. I'm here for streets, but also research that one. Those are my 5.
Bacon Head deserves. Okay, Bree, your turn.
Yeah, well, first, I feel like I should preface with honorable mention to Queen Key because I forgot how much passion I had for Baked as a Pie in My Way. So
listen, it's like when you listen to it, it just takes you back. It just takes you back.
It takes you back to time. Yeah, for me, it was like, I think, sophomore or junior year of college. Shout out to Sydney Tooks for putting me on to Queen Key, a Chicagoan. But so for my
gang shit, bitch.
Okay.
But for me, so for my songs, first one has to be Itty Bitty Piggy, just a classic song.
Of course.
Just a classic. So like when I was thinking about this, I'm like, what are the songs that I could like rap from like beginning to end, like
taking no breaths
in between. So Itty Bitty Piggy has to be up there. Next, I have Wanna Be Down remix with Brandy, Queen Latifah, all the girls.
Oh my God. Yes. Queen Latifah is giving us a real stud, okay?
Right, exactly. So definitely a timeless piece. Next, I have Bodak Yellow. So another classic Cardi B song, the jumping off point for her for sure. Then for City Girls, I have Act Up. So, that real ass.
Honestly,
like when that song came on while you were in Miami, it was duck and cover because the girls were going up. The girls were crazy.
They were gonna shoot
in the streets, in the club, at the beach, wherever you were. If you wasn't in it, you was against it, and you was an op and you was getting shot. That was it.
And that's on period.
Yeah, so that would be my next one. And then lastly, the Run It Up freestyle by Meg Thee Stallion. So that's the last track that's on the Fever album, but I like it when
love it.
Does it at the Beats 1, where it's like an extended version. She's just really
yes. I don't even chase nigga. Why would I wait? I don't even chase liquor. Why would I chase a nigga? He said I should be nicer, but my dick should be bigger. Yes, I love that. Yes.
Period.
Yep. So those would be my top 5.
Wow, guys, we have some taste. The playlist is coming out when this episode drops. Trust me, Shermee's already on it. So then our last one is like our favorite female rap collabs. So what are our favorite songs with the girls featuring the girls? So should I start again or Shermee, you start? Shermee, you start.
Yeah, y'all, another hard one for me because y'all know I love me a good rap girls collab. I'm gonna start off with, because I'm the U.S. ambassador.
I wonder if we're gonna have any like overlaps with this one.
I feel like we will.
I think we're all thinking of like the same one, but I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, I wonder. Okay, let's see if I say the same one.
At the very least, me and Brianna are. I think so, but I'm not gonna say it.
So I'm starting off on my U.S. ambassador tip, "Gangsta" by Darku, featuring Miss Banks, and I believe the girl's name is Brianna. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what her name is. Brina. I don't know.
You cannot be the U.S. ambassador if you can't Google the name.
I'm looking at the name, but it's BR3NYA. Brina.
Okay, never mind. You get a pass on that one.
I love that song. Gangsta remix, Darku. Love that one. Another one for me, y'all know on the award show, I talked about the water song. Cause it's
right with Ruby Rose,
Dream Doll, and Killuminati, I believe is the other one on there. I really think all those girls, they shined on that. So that's a good one for me. Y'all also know I'm a big Gucci stan. Malibu Mitch. Why am I blanking? Bree Runway.
Yes. Bree Runway, yeah.
Y'all know I stand that song to the death of me. I think Bree Runway does a very good job at collabing with the girls. Like, she knows how to get
y'all unrelated, but I was so high last night. I accidentally took 2 edibles, and
how did you accidentally take 2?
They were like stuck together, and I just like threw them in my mouth. But I was like scrolling through Instagram just on my explore page, and I landed on like Heady One's Instagram page or whatever. You know, that British like drill rapper, right? And and he had like posted a clip of some song that he was featured on from another British drill rapper. When I tell y'all, I said, are these niggas speaking Spanish? When I tell you, and I don't know if it was because I was so high or because I just genuinely could not understand.
Just think, the rap girls you can understand.
That's the thing about Bree Runway. I'm like, but I can understand Bree Runway perfectly when she's rapping. But I need y'all to go to as soon as we finish this episode, I need y'all to go to my Instagram story and watch that video.
I am.
Because when I tell y'all I was in tears, like, I don't know what the fuck this man is saying, but that was so funny. I'm sorry.
No, that is funny. Yes, so Gucci, y'all know I love that one. Another girl who I think does collabs well with the rap girls is, of course, Young Baby Tate. Specifically, the Pretty Girl remix with Miss Big Lotto and Killuminati. That one is a really good one for me. She really knows who to collab with, and like, she knows how to make it fall in place. It's not like a chart grabber. It genuinely sounds good. And my last one, I don't know if this counts as them working together because you can't find the other person's verse on a streaming site, or at least I can't. But Minuteman by Missy Elliott and Trina's verse.
Yup. Exactly.
You can only get it on YouTube with the video version, and I want the Trina verse. Like, of course, Luda did great, but I want the Trina verse. Yes. Like, her verse is so good on that song. I love that song.
Trina ate that shit alive. Ate it alive.
So yeah, did I say the song that y'all was thinking?
No, you did not. So Brianna, you go next.
Yeah. So I'll go next. So first, I'm going to continue on the Baby Tate train. So I Am with Flo Milli, definitely
Baby,
up there
that
right
is
now.
It's
running up on
literally
TikTok.
all I do is say that in the mirror every morning.
No, honestly, I just be in the car and be like, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am rich, I am that. Yep, like it's definitely a bop. Another song that I like remix again, City Girls, Cardi B, Twerk. Just gets me every time.
I mean, what a summer anthem! What a fucking like hit! Every single one of them, I was obsessed with the verse. Every single one of them. Every single one of them.
They each brought something to the table. Can't be upset at all. Next, I have really a little bit of throwback. Feeling Myself. You know, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce.
Okay, all right.
That like shut down the internet when that came out.
Yeah.
Yo, then that Coachella, like it was just such a cute music video, and it's like I remember on Twitter when you know, they were like switching outfits and stuff like that in between like the scenes and stuff, and they're like, "Listen, this is not you and your best friend. This is Beyonce and Nicki Minaj."
Exactly.
Y'all so rude.
So it's so fucking rude, but yeah. So Feeling Myself is up there, and then my next one is this is not a girls remix, but I just heard it recently and it like made me think of it. Touch remix by Busta Rhymes with Mary J. Blige on it.
It counts.
Mary J. Blige always counts. Is on one. Isn't Remy Ma on one?
Yeah.
No. Wait, is she on that one?
It's not that one. You know, it's like 10,000 versions of it. It's another rap girl on there too, and I'm seeing her face, but I cannot think of her.
No, yeah, it's I'm looking at it right now. Missy Elliott's on it too, and then also
yes, that's what I was thinking of. Rod Digga, she's on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had recently heard that song again. I was like, "Yep, this gives me the energy that I was with my little first iPod shuffle or whatever, just in my room." Like,
come on, iPod. I never had an iPod. I was poor.
I had a Zoom. Yeah.
Not a Zoom, bitch. Why would you waste your money on that?
I enjoyed it.
What is a Zune?
It was basically like Bill Gates's response to the
iPod.
So
this is why I'm a Gates scholar. I've been funding this man forever. He owed me that money for college.
For real. A goddamn Zune. Look it up if you haven't heard of it.
I'm definitely looking that up. I was like, that's why you're a Gates scholar, Shermee. But the last one is also another throwback, Missy Elliott, Lose Control with Sierra. That is another
that one was crazy too.
That is the ultimate club song, if you ask me. It is the ultimate club song. Fat Man Scoop like just fully like ate that shit alive. He would like every time he starts doing that, all I can do is imagine Sierra dancing and like doing that like I love this so much. That's so crazy. You did not say any of the
ones. Were you? I think I know
what
you're expecting, but I'm gonna let you go.
I'm curious to know what you have, Mariah.
Okay, so here are mine. So we have to talk about Chanel Slides.
Ooh, I was gonna say that one.
Dreezy and Cash Doll. When I say to you, no crumbs. When I say to you, not
what
one
you say?
single.
I'm the Suge Avery of this honey, and y'all whole show is ugly.
Oh my god! They just. The way they ate on this, like, it still sits with me today.
This is why I need this to work for Dreezy. This is why.
And it just works today. She said, "I count up a check in a bonnet." She said,
"I want that life because I got my bonnet on right now, recording this."
Oh my god! So then I have to talk about the Smack a Bitch remix because I know it just came out. But it is so fucking good. If you have not heard the Smack a Bitch remix, when I tell you everyone came hard as fuck, I wish Rico would have given us a new verse. I do. But I get it. It was her debut album and she had a lot going on. So I get that she didn't give us a new verse, but I fucking love that song. Another one, Baps from Trina's album, The One, with her and Nicki Minaj. And like flipping Project Bitch on its head to make Baps where they just talk about all their exes and talk so much shit. This song deserved to chart. It deserved everything. I'm so glad it's back on streaming services. If you have not heard Babs, please stop this right now and go listen to Babs. Go listen to Babs. Another one, this isn't my final one. The My Chick Bad remix. As Ludacris coined it, it's Ludacris's song, but the remix he doesn't rap on at all. He's just introducing these women, and he's like, as he called it, the Pussy Rules the World version. As I like to call it, the superior version of that song. What did Eve say? She said, I took a couple years off, but I'm still the Eve of destruction. Still rocking $5,000 boots.
I love Eve. Oh my God. Oh. Who's that girl? Oh, I love her.
He's that girl. Eve is that girl.
Shelly.
Okay,
Come on, Shelly.
That's another one. What is the next one? Oh, and my last one, and this is the one I thought you were gonna say, Brianna, is Tia Tamera, Doja Cat. Oh. Doja Cat and Miss Rico Nasty. First of all, the video for this actually,
that was a good one.
It was a really good video.
You guys want to know a funny story about this song? This is my introduction to Doja Cat.
Whoa!
I had never heard the music.
You not a Moo girl? Video. I love Moo.
I am not.
Me too. I think it's so cute and creative on a MacBook laptop.
I'm not a Moo girl. So my best friend Christian, he listens to the show. Hi Christian, love you. He was like, he texted me one night. We had been having a rough day, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to do shrooms?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So I go over to his apartment, and we are doing shrooms. And so he's like, "We need to be watching something aesthetically pleasing." And so he puts on Tia Tamera because he was obsessed with Doja Cat.
Jesus.
Exactly, that's the thing. He was obsessed with Doja Cat before, like, she kind of, like, took off. You know, like, he pretty much was on to her. He was on to Amala before it even took off. Like, he was already on the train. And I was like, I don't know about this. Like, I've been reading about Moo and shit, and I'm not with it. But when he put that video on, I have never looked back.
It's a cute song, too. I like it.
It's a cute song. I actually forgot about it.
Yeah, but I think the video just elevates it.
It really does. This
level.
Is one of those where it's an actual good video to an actual good song.
And it takes it there. It really does. So wow, guys. It's Black History Month. It's United States Black History Month. We are sitting here talking about how grateful we are.
Thank you, Black women.
For all these Black women.
Always.
Thank you, Black women, for all you've put into the world. Thank you, Black women, for, creating hip hop culture and giving it to the world for these niggas to give to us. Thank you for serving everything you serve. Looks, face, just beat, like bars, everything up on a platter. We don't deserve it, but we're going to keep making sure that everyone is doing everything they can to, like, give you your flowers and appreciate you. So, everybody, that's our show once again. And happy Black History Month to you. I hope you are cultivating joy in your life, however that may be. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram, where my girls at _TH.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Where My Girls At, brought to you by Textured Heir, a brand dedicated to celebrating Black girl culture, past, present, and future. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. It really helps. You can find us on Twitter at WhereMyGirlsAt2 and Instagram, WhereMyGirlsAt_TH. Make sure you check out our other podcasts, Does It Hold Up?, The Blacklist, and all the other content we offer on our website, texturedheir.com. Until next time.